There are over 7 billion people on our planet. That's 7 billion of us, all looking at the world in our own way. And no one sees it like you.
Carol! We gotta go! We gotta get out of here! We gotta go right now!
Listen to me, Steve.
No, you don't understand! We've gotta go!
Go where?
No, we gotta go! What the hell are you talking about?
Go where? That's right. Go where? What happened in your room is not an isolated incident. It is something that is happening everywhere to everyone. So, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere. Because there's no one like you left.
That's 7 billion of us, all looking at the world in our own way. And no one sees it like you.
Because there's no one like you left. That's right.
Oh, God.
That's right. That's good. You're listening now. That's very good. Okay, now, I know you're frightened, Steve. I know you're scared. That's okay. I understand that. You're confused. Let me tell you something, Steve. Let me tell you something. All that anger, all that fear, all that confusion, it's gonna melt away. It's gonna go away, Steve. It's gonna go away. You go to sleep. You wake up. It's very simple. In the morning, you wake up. You feel wonderful. We will be together. We're connected. We're close. We're together. Let's go to
Get
bed.
away from me! Get away from my kid!
No one sees it like you.
You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life.
But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
There's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Matrix. Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
The God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
You are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
To the screen on a permanent basis.
For your mind.
Of strangers, phantom, panic, moon battery, project, image, construct, fantasy, distrust, distort, manage your reality.
For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere. Because there's no one like you left.
You are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
I was a heroin shooting, LSD using, diesel gas huffing, rebellious, proud, 16-year-old hippie rock drummer, even stealing money from my own father and thinking I was doing great, proud of my wickedness when God saved me in 1971, the end of 1971, and said it was literal transformation. And the thing that really set me free, God had been convicting me of my sin and making me feel miserable, showing me what a wretch I was and opening my eyes to my real condition. And the night I realized how good he was, December 17th of 1971, just singing these little hymns, very different than my old rock music, these little ditty hymns, I got this incredible joy I'd never known before. And I realized this is different than drugs, this is different than sports, this is different than relationships. This is the joy of the Lord. And it struck me, God loved me enough to wash me clean when I was in filthy sin. It says in Romans 5, when we were yet sinners, Messiah died for us. And here, I got this mental picture. I was covered in filth and grime, and Jesus washed me with his blood and put these beautiful white robes on me, and I was going back out and playing in the mud. And I said, that's it. I will never put a needle in my arm again. And that was it from that night on, set free by the power of God. And then I saw this internal change where I wanted to please God. I wanted to do right. It was now my nature to please him. So grace did this amazing thing. In a moment of time, I went from totally guilty to totally righteous in God's sight. In a moment of time, I went from being a child of the devil to being a child of God. And it wasn't based on how many good works I accomplished. It was based on receiving God's goodness in my life. That's the transforming power of grace.
you.